Like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck for the next week. There's nothing better than going through your everyday life knowing that you have a couple of tricks up your sleeves that make life a whole lot easier. In this video, we're going to help you achieve that. We're coming at you with 10 fantastic life hacks that you must know. Number 10. Battery size hack. For some strange reason, it seems like the universe has been committed to magically making some certain things hilariously inconvenient. If you can relate to that, then you might understand the pain and frustration when you desperately need a AA battery, but for the life of you, you can't seem to find any batteries at home except the smaller AAA ones. Don't you worry about a thing, because I've got you. First things first, grab your smaller batteries and put them in the device you want to power, like a remote. After you put the smaller batteries into the compartment, you're going to roll up some aluminum foil and use that to fill up the space between the battery and the contact point. That should give you enough time to still use your device, but don't forget to go out and grab some proper sized batteries as soon as you can. That's important too, because you can severely damage your device. Number 9. Grilled cheese sandwich hack. You know just how much of a hassle it could be to make a grilled cheese sandwich the proper way most of the time. You might find yourself just grabbing one at a restaurant. So what happens when you're in a pinch and you really want that grilled cheese sandwich? Well, here's a life hack that is about to change the game for you. First, you're going to need your ingredients, obviously. Second, you're going to need a toaster. Any regular toaster will do. It doesn't have to be a Gordon Ramsay approved. Next, you flip that bad boy onto its side so that it will keep the cheese and the bread level. Pop your sandwich into the toaster, and when the toaster pops, the cheese will be perfectly melted, and you can then put the two pieces of bread together. You're very welcome, because we also delight in this newfound way to pack on some more quarantine chub. Number 8. Chilled wine hack. You may or may not be on your 50th bottle of wine since quarantine started, and honestly, we're not even judging. It's been a tough year. So sometimes it just feels great to kick back and relax with a glass of wine or 5 and just have a great evening or morning. Also not judging. The problem with enjoying your glass of wine is that in no time, the chilliness disappears and nobody actually likes lukewarm wine. So how do you remedy this? Typically, you'd immediately think of plopping a couple of ice cubes in your glass, but the problem here is that when the ice cubes melt, the water instantly waters down your wine and you're left with weak box juice. Not what you're looking for, is it? So here's the real hack. Instead of using ice cubes, all you need to do is freeze up some grapes. After they're frozen nice and solid, you can plop them into your glass. The difference here is that when they melt, they actually add to the flavor of your wine instead of watering it down. Isn't that wonderful? Now you can go back to enjoying your wine without stress. Number 7. Bathtub hack. This life hack is for moms, dads, expecting parents, or just anyone who has kids around a lot and is in charge of taking care of them. When you put your young child in a bathtub, many kids enjoy bath time with their trusty rubber ducks, for example, as companions. The problem with having these bath time companions is that these toys can easily float away, and in an attempt to catch their absconding toys, your baby could lunge for them or slide under the water. That could lead to an accident. To prevent such a horrid accident from happening, what you can do is put a laundry basket inside the bathtub. Your child will then sit inside the laundry basket with their bath time buddies to play with in close quarters, and there you have it. Problem solved. Bath time is suddenly less hazardous, and that's one less worry to have on the long list of raising little kids. Number 6. Money hack for traveling. You might be visiting or just passing through, but it's quite important to always have some extra cash hidden away somewhere in case someone decides to be a darling and help you with your heavy luggage by stealing your purse or wallet. You can keep your emergency money in the most unexpected place, a chapstick tube. That's right, an empty chapstick roll might be your saving grace you need after some person has carted away your credit cards and cash and you're left confused. All you need is an empty chapstick tube. You can roll up a few notes and stuff it right in there. You probably won't be able to get a lot of cash to fit in there, but it's better to be left with $50 than nothing at all, right? Number 5. Subway or bus hack. Many people have to endure long bus rides on their way to school or work and back home. Sometimes their route of choice is taking the subway, and these long rides inevitably lead to much-needed napping or dozing. The problem with napping or dozing in a vehicle full of strangers is that anything could happen, i.e., your bag could get snatched while you're trying to get some shut-eye. This can be pretty traumatizing, considering you were really just trying to get the most of your bus or subway ride when suddenly you wake up and your belongings are gone. A great and simple way to prevent this from happening is by literally tying your bag to yourself. While that sounds slightly crazy, all you need to do is loop the handle of your bag around your leg or arm so that if someone were to try and snatch it from you, you'd feel the tug instantly and wake up. Unless you're the kind that could sleep on a burning couch without batting an eyelid, this should be a great hack to avoid getting robbed on the bus or subway. Number 4. Cruise ship alcohol hack. If you know a thing or two about vacationing on a cruise ship, you might be aware that having your own booze on many cruise ships is a no-no. Unless, of course, you happen to have booked a spot on an all-inclusive cruise ship, you won't be allowed to bring your own personal alcohol bought from outside the ship into the ship. And if you're really hoping to turn things up several notches, that alcohol might be the catalyst you need. Problem is, the alcohol sold on cruise ships is inevitably expensive, and if you're hoping to have a really good time, you might not be willing to shell out the unnecessary extra dollars for a bottle of good booze. Luckily for you, we have just the tip. Here's what you're gonna need: an empty Listerine bottle or the empty bottle of any other brand of mouthwash, your alcohol of choice, and some food coloring, preferably blue or green for the purpose of this hack. Wash out your empty mouthwash bottle completely and pour your alcohol into the empty bottle. Next, you want to add a small amount of food coloring until it looks just like mouthwash. When your belongings are being searched before you get on the cruise ship, they'll just find it really weird that you have a whole bottle of mouthwash in your bag and assume that you're just really big on oral hygiene. That's a plus for you. Number 3. Clothes Wrinkles hack. Many of us might hate to admit this, but an uncomfortable percentage of us have found ourselves in this particular pinch. You're literally decades late for work or school, and your clothes just happen to be so wrinkled that you can spot the wrinkles from miles away. At this point, you're dreading the thought of grabbing your iron and going through the hassle of running your iron carefully over your outfit, careful not to burn it, and make things worse. Here's the tip that will save you from the annoyance of ironing and the fear of giving your favorite shirt a nasty burn that you can't come back from. All you need to do is put a pot of water to boil. Once your water is really hot, carefully place your open pot beneath your outfit. This is a really great and effective hack because the steam from the pot of water will rise to your outfit and lift the wrinkles right off of it. In no time, your outfit will be as smooth as it would be if you'd gone through the stress of ironing it instead. Talk about working smart and fast when you're really in a pinch.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
This picture was sent in by a subscriber lucky enough to get featured. If you find any photos on the internet that might interest you, make sure to send them over. Your picture might be our next best pick. Number 2. Flash drive hack. What you can see here is a photo of a USB stick, a memory stick, or a flash drive plugged directly into a wall outlet. If you take a look at this in passing, you could easily assume that the memory stick is being charged. Well, that sounds absolutely cool. I hate to break this to you, but there's no point in trying to charge a USB stick. This is simply because there's no battery inside it to charge, so if you were to plug it in, nothing would happen and it'd just continue to work normally like it did before. Nothing exciting here, folks. Maybe next time.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 1. Elevator hack. Does your daily routine involve multiple elevator rides? Here's an elevator hack that will help you to avoid stopping at other floors and give you an express ride every time. Indeed, this is pretty selfish, so you might want to hold off on using this too often. To do this, you basically put the elevator into independent service mode by pressing and holding both the door close button and your floor buttons until the door closes. While holding down the door close button, press and hold your desired floor buttons at the same time for 5 seconds. When you do this successfully, the elevator will go straight to your floor and bypass all other floors. There you go, 10 life hacks that you need to make things a whole lot easier. Thanks for watching.